Hi. Hi. I don't. Okay. Hi. Wow, so many hearts. I love the hearts. Um, Hello. I have already created a zoo to start with just to make it easier. You don't have to watch me do the actual boring part. Hi. So many hearts. So all of the hearts. Okay, Planet Zoo. I just started a grassland flat map. I don't have really a big plan. I'm just gonna kind of go with whatever animals come through on the trading and just kind of work from there. Um, just nice and chill zoo building. Okay. Well, first things first, I have to make a staff area. I'm going to start extending this path forward a little bit. Fuck, which path is that? Rest okay. Let's move this forward and we'll create our little entrance area around here. Okay. And I'm gonna have the staff area just right here for simplicity's sake. Let's go ahead and make that staff path. I'll go with the purpley one. Align it to the curve. And I'm just gonna grow it out this way. And I'll want a block so that we don't have it looking just like anyone can walk in. Okay. Oh god, I always forget the controls. Double check just how to That's right, Z. You have to hold down Z. Okay. Yay, hi! I'm a zoo. I am create zoo. I don't have a theme in mind yet. I do like to use native. This zoo is in America, North America, so I always like using the native, the native creatures from wherever I'm building my zoo. And let me know, by the way, if the sound is weird on either me or the game. I was messing with it for like 30 minutes before I started, so hopefully it's not crazy. I'm gonna keep things nice and easy and just use the default. Come on. So I'll start with the staff room here. Staff room, trade center, workshop, and I will the veterinary surgery on the edge like this. I want it all to be very compact. And then, did I put a trading center out? I think I did. Yeah, I did. Okay. And now the quarantine. Right there. That should be good. Last but not least, the keeper hut. Okay, just a simple staff area. This is not ideal for like traffic, but just want to get it down so we can actually start making money. One of my favorite things to do when I'm actually putting any sort of landscaping around the zoo, not in the habitats, I do try and keep it all native, theoretically native, so grassland, North America, since that's the biome we're in. That way, things are kind of, you know, like, cohesive. I care a lot about native plants. So that's what we're gonna do is just create a little block so that people walking by this area don't just see all the staff stuff. We have like a nice little environment to look at instead of just, you know, a bunch of staff buildings. Of course, also is a mechanic. You don't want negative effect on gas. Now let's get some trees. Guess I can. I don't like the way the willows look there. Yeah, I'll go with the low-lying fig trees. Let's kind of block this from view. We'll keep growing that out as we need. Right now, this should be plenty, so that there's not like an eyesore right there. Okay, now hire the basic staff. Get a keeper, mechanic. Did not realize time was passing. Caretaker. But okay, let's actually pause time. Okay. Now that we have access staff enclosures, yeah, they're fenced in over here. The human zoo. Let's see what animals we can get. I want something with high appeal, but not too bad price-wise. One thing, as fun as it is to get like the big fancy, like, oh, get the like large carnivores, their food is really expensive, so you have to really think when you're putting them down. Capybara are pretty good. Appeal rating. Ah, I love the javelinas. I was so happy when they added them in. Coyote, sheep. Well, emu could be fun, but there are no female emu. I would just have to wait for that. I also ideally don't want to start with a very shy species because we'll have a lot of trouble with them being afraid a lot of the time. What can you live with? Alpaca, capybara, and llama. Ooh, black jaguar. Let's not get carried away. Llamas are nice because they are a walkthrough exhibit. You can have the guests interact with them. Swans could be a good way to start. Maybe I'll start with swans. Not the best in the way of health, but you know, we're just starting out. Okay, what do you guys want? If I were to have, let's say, like 5 adults. Okay. Pretty easy, and they only need a grade 1 boundary, which is what I'm looking for. Oh, let's start with swans. Okay. Swan. And I'll go ahead and get all of them. Okay. So, swan exhibit. Let's go ahead and work on extending our pathway. If I can find the path we're using. There it is. Right. Keep it on the grid. Okay. So I want to have like a little eatery, a little place, and probably have a exhibit in the center here somewhere, or some sort of education station in the center there. And then keep it going this way. You have to really think ahead in your pathing because traffic becomes a problem really quickly in this game. I'm still not the best at pathing, even with how much I've played it. Just because it's really difficult, but here we ball. I'm going to have our first exhibit kind of be over in this area. That way I can have the keeper hut connected to it really closely. We'll probably just end up moving this tree so the keeper can move through this way and get back into the exhibit. I don't always go with the most like realistic in terms of like having the back room exactly how things would be in real life. You know, it's not quite as fun. Now let's make a fence. It's always fun to create your own fences. Especially considering how so they need 4 feet tall. Okay. I do like the breeze block. Oh, we can have the sign somewhere. Not a big fan of that. The mud wall could be worth trying. One-way glass is always nice to have. I think for now I'm going to hold off on creating a custom fence and go with one of the default barriers. As much as it's not quite as fun. Just for simplicity's sake, I'm gonna go ahead and start with these this log barrier. I could go with the hedge. The hedge actually might be nice. Could be pretty to go with the hedge. Yeah, I think I'll go with that for now. It was way too long. Okay. Nice curve right there. I might have a donation box right there. Okay. They don't need a huge amount of space, so I'm not gonna go too crazy space-wise. But I do need to keep in mind that they have a water space requirement, which does make things a little more complicated because you need to consider both their land space and water space. I think I'll start with something like this for now. We need it 4 feet tall. Let me go ahead and add the habitat gate in. And right there. Okay. Have the keeper come straight here this way. It is really fast and easy for the keeper to, you know, get from the keeper hut to the enclosure. We're gonna have every enclosure have their own keeper hut, ideally. It just makes things way easier on your staff. Let's see, what is the area of this right now? So I'm gonna actually extend it backwards a little bit. Just a bit, so we can make sure we have enough space for the water. Okay. And the swans needed... Go ahead and get them in here. Get them in here, and then we'll be able to exactly tell what they need while they're moving. I'll go ahead and get some of the guest facilities in. Do not disturb signs. Sink them into the ground. Okay. I'm also going to do not feed signs. Okay. Pause. So we've got our swans. They definitely need things very different. Alright, so they need at least 156 square meters of water area. We're probably going to do more than that. Let's get the... They need short grass, not long. Okay. Way less long grass. There we go. Alright. Let's make their water. I'm going to do it over in the back corner here. Make this way smaller. They need navigatable water area. They don't, if I remember right, they don't need deep water. Yeah. Just need shallow. Which will not be hard. It's probably a nice shape. Give them a good amount of water. A little deeper. Okay. And then let's change the terrain in here to some light soil. Rid of as much long grass as we can. Okay. Perfect. Let's add the water, calm water. And change. Go ahead and change that. Okay, they're at what they need. It is pretty close in terms of both. We're like exactly what they need. I'll expand it as we move out. Now let's get them some shelter. I'd like to have them have a good amount of shelter in the back here. Ideally, you don't want people to be able to see into their shelter. Swans are not a shy species, so that shouldn't be too big of a problem. At least I'm pretty sure they're not. Yeah, they're confident with humans. So it won't be as big of a problem, but they still need, you know, some privacy. So I'm gonna build their shelter back here. I think I actually might expand this a little more still. Just a little extra. back this way a bit. Okay. Round that out. Okay. And I would like to build their shelter back here. So if one of the swans will let me select them, there we are. You can go ahead and go to enrichment, filter habitat items by species. We don't quite have what we need for their nests quite yet, so we're gonna make like a little makeshift nest area back here. Construction. Or no, I'll use rocks. They're not a climb risk, so I'm not gonna be too worried about that. Make sure I'm using the right biomes and continents for them. Okay, so we can go ahead and sort of create some a little rock area surrounding this. Yep. Surrounding this nest. Keep going to the wrong spot. The cladding, I always end up using. Use the hell out of the cladding. And we'll make this look a little prettier with plants and stuff. Think that in. Just like a little thing to hold it up. And add a little. Oh. Little bit of extra cladding to round it out a bit. Okay, bunch of rocks. All right, let's actually get some plant cover now. Lotuses, of course. They like actually pretty high coverage. Gonna get some plants going over here. Love to have the foxglove wherever it could go. It's just so pretty. We'll add some reeds into the water. Oh, these daffodils are so pretty. I have some more flowers amongst these rocks. Hydrangea bush is always fun to use when I can, but oh, the poppies, yes. Whenever I can use it. Oh, it's so pretty. Do a smaller bush of the twin flower over here. And some grass. We'll have some rocks. The mangroves. So pretty. Eee. I love just decorating the exhibits. Okay. We're getting somewhere. I want more mangroves. Yes. No. Where are they? Olive trees. The mangroves are down here, aren't they? Weeping willows. Those are these two. So where's the... Jesus. Stick some amongst the plants. Where on earth did the mangroves go? There we are. Okay. Mangrove apple. Girl. Coastal mangrove. Okay. Gotta get back up to sea. Okay. There we are. Okay. Getting some tree cover in there. Nice little one. That's looking pretty nice. Nothing crazy, but pretty good. They need enrichment, but I basically have no enrichment options for them right now. Unfortunately. So they're just gonna have to be unenriched for a while. No. Let's see. Heat maps. I want to see how visible they are. No, wrong. Carrying animal visibility. Okay. So basically they can't see shit. Which is expected. So what we're gonna do Turn the heat lamp off. You're gonna turn a couple of these into glass. This one, and maybe this curve right here. We don't want too much glass into the exhibit because we don't want the animals to freak out. So that should be plenty for now. Now we gotta make sure our guests have everything they need before we open. Oh, of course, water treatment too. Which I can stick in here somewhere. I already have to delete this tree. Okay. Got the water treatment facility right here. Okay. Now I have to new tree. North America. Grassland. Okay. Maybe there's just a large bush I could use too, instead of a tree. Necessarily. I mean, I don't know. The fig tree looks pretty good. It's just to trick guests. There's nothing lovely over there. Even though not the most covered right now, but it should mechanic-wise work. Now, guest facilities. We need donation boxes, of course. I change the color into something just a little nicer. Just I like the green a little better than the blue. Yeah, I prefer that. Get a education board up. Get one right here. And then be nice if I could get that swan decal up somewhere. Okay. Put it here. Little swan decal. Change the education board to the swan. A little bit of education over here. Now to make sure that the guests have the guest things they need. Such as with only one animal in our zoo, we don't really need a lot of the things you would think about, like food, water, toilets even, just because people are going to be pretty much in and out. So mostly I want things that are going to increase their chances of donating. So I will put a conservation board in the middle of a couple of conservation boards in the middle of the walkway here as just something to raise their education a bit. So we're gonna go with ecological restoration. Go with maybe climate change. Why not? have those there just to get people a little bit more educated as they're coming in. And then I'm going to create a work zone. Entrance. Okay. Work zone. Assign all of these staff to someone, which did not rename. Of course. And entrance. Okay. Okay. Oh! Can't believe I forgot our research center. Yeah, well that's a bit annoying. Okay. I'll move the surgery back. Get the path going. Get to this grid. Okay, both of these are causing me trouble. Move this one over here. Move this one over here. Oh, paths, my greatest enemy. Like to the damn grid. Okay. Okay. Whatever. Who needs the grid? Just do that. Okay. And then facilities. Research center. Okay. Ah, okay. There we go. Alright. Let's just go ahead and start and make some money. This one should calm down as soon as everything goes through. They need enrichment, so that research. Get our guy James working on the swans. Okay. And I'll slowly work on adding things that the guests need. It is convenient at first to add in the vending machines, but they very quickly become a problem because they break all the time. It's just not ideal to me, in my opinion. Go ahead and have a little eatery right here. Just throw in cheap beef and there's a Slurpee, Gulpy. Okay. Okay. I'm not gonna worry too much about building buildings. I don't play this game to make pretty buildings. I play this game to make habitats. I don't care about the stuff that the people use. Oh, I gotta get trash cans ASAP. Okay. It'd be nice to give them somewhere to sit, so I guess I'll go ahead and give them a little eating area right here for this mini eatery. And then I would like to set up an ATM right up here up front. I'm thinking I'll have this either reserved to be the hub for a transport ride, or I'll just use it as a way to expand the park this way. But I'm gonna leave this open for now. It's not the prettiest to leave it open. I might create a little guest fence just to look nice. But as of right now, this should be all right. Let me double check and make sure that there is no negative effect on guests. No, none right now. This is getting kind of close, but right now it's fine. So I guess should be getting educated here. They all look in this one. Okay, I would rather them come over here where the... Well, I'll just make another education board. That's not too big of a problem. Okay. I'll put it right over here. Just to make sure that they are getting educated. I can also add in a education speaker, which would be nice to have. Right here, educational speaker, and throw it right there. Yeah, under there. Okay. Now you can't see it. Okay. All right. So my vet research went through. Oh, I should also have the mechanic researching. Ooh, festival theme. I bought the newest packs a few days ago and I haven't played with them yet. I think I will go with I should go with something practical first. So either I'll go with barriers. I would like to get to having one-way glass pretty soon as a barrier option. I also would like to get some benches around just so people can sit. It'd be nice to have a talk point right here because right now we're not having very much crowding right here. It would move some of the crowd away, but I don't want to hire an educator just yet. Just to save money for now. Money is going to be very scarce pretty soon. Put some benches down here just so there are places to sit other than the eatery. Let's go ahead and speed up for now. Just get some money. Hopefully we'll stay in the green. Oh, great. Okay. Call the vet. I've already got a sick animal, which is lovely. Very great. We love to see it. Rhea. At some point I'm going to need to start it. Once these guys are breeding, I'm going to need to apply contraceptives to the offspring to make sure we don't have any incest. It happens so quick with these like easy to breed species where they will just start being incestuous like right away. So it's always something I have to keep in mind. Let's add a few more rocks in their environment. It's a little flat. And I have to keep in mind, I don't know how well the swans traverse, so don't want to go too crazy with just rocks for appearances. Their shelter is not big enough, which I knew would be the problem, but I should go ahead and start expanding it. Make sure they have enough. We can go and just add, for now, extra cladding just to make it wider, which is the current problem, is that it's Okay. Yeah, like right now it's just not enough. Oh. You're also low on water area. Okay. Good to know. I did expand it backwards a bit, so I could add more water in this way. I'll expand it a little farther. I don't want my baby swans to be suffering. Okay. And just expanding it because when I add water, it's gonna take away land. So just want to try and avoid that as much as possible. Okay. Go ahead and do terrain here. I am going to have to get rid of the water to add it back, so I will pause since the animals are going to freak out about that. Go ahead and go a little bit farther back here. And then we're going to paint it with dirt again, with soil. And paint the back with grass. So we do not want a large amount of long grass in this exhibit. And then we'll add in the water. We'll use calm water. There we are. It's a lot of water. Hopefully they still have enough land area. Let's see. Okay, we're in green for everything except for heart shelter, which again, I knew would be a problem. Because this is not super, it's not super huge of an area right here. But I want there, I'm waiting for to be able to make an actual nest. Enrichment, filter habitat, species. Like we can add the water pool now, which is always, you know, that's nice to have. Don't want to use the beaver pool. Maybe have it around here. Rotate it. Oh, they have some enrichment. I don't know how well they can use that. It says it's accessible, so should be fine. Yeah, their main problem is that they need more shelter, which we will keep researching and it'll eventually get better. Looks like they are pretty visible to our guests. It's probably around the time where I would like to start working on a second enclosure, but I'm not quite sure yet. We should have there's a food enrichment for them now, which they don't have any currently. Enrichment. What is the food enrichment? Oh, a slow feeder. Okay. Yeah, they can have a slow feeder. Have it over here. I like to have the enrichment items visible to the guests. It increases their education if you set it up that way. Yeah, we are currently still in positive money, which is great. Our guests shouldn't need toilets for a while. Honestly, like I said before, they don't really need the little mini eatery over here either. But it is it's good to have another income option. You've made a lot of donations for the swans already. Yee, okay. I'm gonna change the color just a bit more. A bit lighter. And then maybe something like that. It's kind of hard to tell the colors since it's nighttime now. I'd like to have for the guests like a little shaded area to look. But I'm not gonna worry about that just yet. Okay. I want to think about maybe getting a new exhibit in here or an actual like exhibit animal, because I could easily block out the middle here and add an exhibit animal in, which could be a good way to just get a little extra donations, a little extra education, more entertainment for the guests. Ooh, it begins. These swans are going to mate like crazy, and I have to be prepared for that. Any animal that is listed as easy to breed in captivity always becomes a population issue. Especially since this exhibit is not super big, so we'll see how it goes. It look great though, they really do. Okay. Maybe pause for a second, move this forward. And move this one back. We can maybe block out an area here from the path. Line the grid. I did not make it. Okay. I don't like how that's going. Actually, don't like it at all. I'll just add more seating for now. Because, yeah, I don't want to deal with. I made this even. So it's not ideal for what I wanted to do. I'll add one in maybe here. That might be a good idea. Keep people moving. I mean, I really don't want a big traffic block right in the center there. So it's probably for the best that I couldn't execute what I wanted to do. I don't think that would have been ideal. What do we got for you here? Mirror mobile? Sure, why not? Okay. Okay. Let's look at what we have in animal trading. Ooh. What are you? Ooh. Yeah, I'll adopt him. Okay. All right. Let's not look at swans. Let's get something else. You know what kind of exhibit do I want? I could go for a walkthrough exhibit, but those can be kind of annoying to deal with. American flamingos. But we already have a waterfowl. I don't want to get too pigeoned in with waterfowl up front. Wildebeests. Maybe some sort of ungulate might be a good idea. Let's get him moved into the exhibit. My guy Griffin. Okay. How are we space-wise? We're still good? It's close, but we're still good. As the babies grow up, they will be released to wild until their parents are getting pretty tired, so that'll be interesting that the babies have enough space and the adults don't. Is this too short for them? I wonder if it's that it's too short. Huh. I'm gonna redo some of this. Oh my god, I should have made this up. This would have been easier if I created an item, but I didn't. let's go a little higher. See if that solves our problem here. Nature. Okay. Rocks. Clouding. Let's start the clouding up here. It's a lot of rocks, but I want it to look smooth. Okay. Every time I play this game, it makes me want to go to a zoo, like, without fail. One of my local zoos has been doing a lot of TikTok, and it's very fun to see. It makes me want to go. I always end up wanting to. I mean, it would be great if to someday work there too, but I've literally thought about this job exactly, like being the person who is building the habitats. Always fun to think about. I don't quite have the correct degree for that. I'm close. Up there. I miss animals too. There are animals in my house, but I miss the animals outside of my house quite a lot. Yesterday we were watching like a public broadcasting show on that was uploaded on YouTube about possums, and I was very much enjoying myself. Okay, do you guys have enough? Okay, it's something at least. It's better. It's not perfect, but it's better. If I widen it, it'll be better, but I still want to wait until I get the nest item. Okay. Let's leave the swans to their devices unless something crazy happens. And work on a new exhibit. So I'm thinking maybe something that I can create like a big multi-species exhibit would be ideal. So let's see who can hang out with other species. Oh, I do love pronghorns. Always fun. And then American bison and bighorn could go with there. Ooh. I'm not sure those are in the market yet for me with my current star rating. American buffalo could be very fun to do. Maybe something alpine would be fun. Alpine ibex, perhaps. I always get, like, despite how long I've been playing this game, I always get a little bit confused of what animals are in this game, which ones are in Zoo Tycoon. I'm always, ooh, oh, the fallow deer could go with this one, but I'm gonna keep that just a swamp. Oh, and the pig, highland cattle. Yeah, okay. Let's do like a fallow deer exhibit and keep it big so we can have a big multi-species exhibit. I think that would be fun. So let's go ahead and European fallow deer. Let's buy this white one. She's special. How many? how many males and females do you want? One male up to 15 females. Okay. So, who is the healthiest male here? This one might. It doesn't have good longevity, but everything else is pretty nice. So, I'll go with that. And then grab a couple more females. I think I got 4, but I'm gonna go way bigger than I need for just 4 fallow deer. Ideally. Okay. Let's go ahead and start. Oh, what barrier grade do they need? Grade 2. Okay, and let's just like put in 10 adults. Yeah. That was about what I was gonna aim for anyway. All right, we're gonna make a very large exhibit. I might sink this one into the ground. Yeah, let's fuck around. Okay. Sinking it into the ground is nice because you can do a bit more fun stuff with the barriers and such. I don't want to have to fight with getting the zookeepers in there. Let's see. I think I'll keep it normal land level for now, actually. So I don't have a lot of the stuff I would like to do, custom barriers down there in the ground. Speaking of custom barriers, let's see if I can make one. I do have a lot that I've like gotten from Steam Workshop and stuff, but it's just right now I just don't have enough stuff researched. It's resistance 2. Okay. Okay, let's just start like this. It's not perfect, but it'll be fine. Go real big here. And it'd be nice. I might consider having a walkway upwards to look above the exhibit. Alright. I'm gonna have the keeper hut back here. So let me add in a keeper path. Alright. Wooden habitat gate right here, and then add in a keeper hut. Hello? Where is it? Oh, there we are. Okay. And then trees to distract. Okay. Ooh, crazy. Okay. Okay. Get some, maybe the azaleas in. Those are nice and pretty. Put them here, and then some small ones. And then perhaps a bramble, just as extra niceness. Okay. I will make that more, whatever, more blocked later. Okay. This ended up a strange shape. Let's play around with the barrier a little bit more. Okay. Let's just let it be a strange shape. That's fine. I don't mind, actually. Ooh. How big are we? We are more than big enough. Okay. Now, I'm gonna start being a little less precious about the paths in terms of just keeping them, like, aligned. Because I'm gonna come around here, and this is where we're gonna start splitting our paths. So eventually these will grow into different like areas of the zoo, and then I'll have some decorations in the little awkward spaces. I don't like having paths this thin, so that won't last very long within this thin pass. Smooth that out a bit. Let me smooth this one too. There we are. Okay. So what I'm doing, you can add in like a path along somewhere you want to like even it out, like along the edge here, and then you just get rid of it and it kind of smooths everything out. Just a little tip. Okay, let's make this habitat deer ready. So we're gonna go ahead and go grab the deer. Bring them over here. And then I'm going to quickly adjust my work zones, new work zone. And I will just do this. Throw in this staff room. And deer plus. I have no idea what else is going to be here other than deer. Are you kidding me? Come on. Deer plus. There we are. Okay. I'm also going to edit this work zone to have everything in it. This is my entrance plus swans work zone. That way there is mechanics and everything that are going to be coming over to this work zone. And then I'm going to hire a keeper, and this is going to be our deer keeper. Work zones, and then you're gonna go to the deer. Okay, perfect. Work zones are settled. Now let's get the deer in there. Ooh, excuse me. Oh, I didn't realize it was already inspector time. Yeah, that sounds about right. Very clean zoo, not much to do in it. Oh, they can climb on the rocks. Oh, yay. Ah! There we are. Oh, look at that. Look at the pretty swan. The babies are pretty cute. Let me the camera on the baby real quick. That thing is pretty damn cute. Oh, look at its little freaking wings. Stop. That's too cute. Okay. Let's not get distracted. I've got deer to deal with. Yes. Okay. They want short grass, easy. Make the size a lot bigger. Quickly do that. Okay. I mean, they're already perfect, but I will add in a little bit of soil just to get some variety. Maybe a little bit of heavy soil, just cause. Put a little more grass over it. Okay. I mean, it's a little more visually interesting than if it was just all grass. And they want European temperate grassland plants. They would like quite a bit of coverage, but I'm gonna add some water. I think a little bit of water will just look nice. You don't need a whole lot. And turn that into soil. Get some short grass around it. Fill it up with calm water. There you go. Just a little water fixture for them. Okay. That way it's not, you know. Let's make sure I get the things they absolutely need in terms of habitat items. I'll go ahead and get the large food trough just because I know there's gonna end up being a lot of animals in here. I might need a cooler. We shall see. And then I want to use one of the pre-built shelters because I actually, for the deer, I quite like it. I quite like using the pre-built. Even if it is a little lazy, maybe. We'll decorate around it. I'm gonna have it right here, I think. That way, nice and out of the way of visitors, but not completely invisible. Alright, let's get nature going. I know I want trees. I want a lot of trees in here. Let's vary the tree species a bit. Okay. And keep more low-lying short things up front. Okay. Would like to add in some bushes like this. Good. I like to create little bundles. Just kind of looks more natural like that. It's not like the most natural thing in the world, but it's something. Okay. Some ferns. They are totally, you can cover this whole thing and they'll be happy. So I might, you know, have a little fun with that, but put in a couple oak saplings. Okay, we're getting somewhere. Okay, we're getting somewhere. Let me get some rocks in. And I can do a little bit taller rocks here because they'll definitely be able to jump on them and have a little bit of that natural behavior of climbing. Some rocks around the water. Just because it looks nice. Coming together. I really need to double check and make sure that I'm keeping an eye on traversable area. Just because I do eventually want this to be very... Okay. A lot of navigatable land area, a pretty natural looking space. There should be a lot of hiding for them, which the fallow deer definitely will need. I'll go ahead and put some bedding down just because I prefer the way it looks with bedding. Look at that. Let's get some plants around here so it's not just this structure. Yes, it's all coming together. Oh, that's way too big. Okay. Yeah, there we go. Could add some rocks right here, perhaps? Yeah, just get a little bit of rock work in. Yeah. That is almost definitely not traversable anymore, but I really would rather they don't go back there, so it's probably for the best. Okay, and now let's choose where I want people looking at them. Move this a little closer. Just adjust all these fences to be a little closer. Okay. And I will put maybe the poppies out here, even though they're not native. The idea is like to kind of spill from the habitat. Oh, I didn't put any poppies in the habitat, so maybe I'll do the oxeye daisies instead and have those kind of spill out of the habitat. These were nice too. Pincushion flower, red poppy. They're the oxeye daisies. Have these kind of spill out of the habitat. I could add in the periwinkle flowers too, just to fill in that little space. Okay. Now I would like to put in the, let me copy and paste this one, just so it's the same color. Keep the color theme going. A nice green. Okay, and then I think I'll go ahead and change this one to glass. Maybe 2 back here to glass. Perfect. All right. Now guests can see in there. Let's get some education boards up. Put one in there. Maybe one down here. There's eventually going to be a billion around here for the many different species that'll be in here. But for now, they'll all just say fallow deer. I'll add in the new species as the species arrive. Okay. Okay, second exhibit done for now. It will be adjusted later, but right now it's done. Okay. Let's let people start walking. I really would like them to look over in this area, but no, serious injury. That's not ideal. Okay, let's call the vet over. I don't think I need a security guard quite yet, so I'm just gonna get rid of that alert. The vet is definitely high workload, that makes sense. I'll probably... Oh dear. Diseased animal, huh? Tabitha. Salmonellosis. Huh. Skip. I might want to hire another vet. Just to have one who isn't researching. At least for now, not researching. That way we don't have to worry about too much overlap. Pretty. I hope you have pretty white babies. Loose stick babies. Probably won't, but that's okay. It's not like I'm playing franchise mode. In franchise mode, I would definitely be wanting them to have the fancy color babies. But there's nothing special in just normal challenge mode about them. They just look cool. I mean, a real zoo would not want to breed that. You would want to breed the most suited for... Whoa! That baby was airborne. You would want the most suited for their natural environment. Rather than just what's pretty. Fallow deer they're very interesting deer. I like them quite a bit. They are a pretty brave species of deer. I don't know what they're categorized as in the game. Neutral, okay. But yeah, compared to other deer, they're pretty brave. They will happily walk up to humans for food if they've learned it's possible. You know. They're fun species though. They really are. Gorgeous, gorgeous antlers. Even more gorgeous in real life. Okay. Now, what species would I like to join them first? I think the pigs could be really fun, or the Highland cattle. Those are my ideas right now. Boar might be more interesting than pigs. I don't know. Do you guys have an opinion? Between maybe adding Highland cattle, boars, or pigs to this exhibit? I like to add as many as I can into one exhibit. The education stats go really up when you do that. But it also makes it a little more complicated to build the exhibit. Not that that's a bad thing. Very good to be thinking when you're building. Boars. Boars is cool. Let me see if I can get boars at 1 star. I don't know if they're around quite yet. Some animals don't show up in the animal trading until you've reached a certain star level. Boars are probably low, though. Wild boar. Let's see, are there any on the market? Yes, there are. Who has good? Well, you're the only male, so I think I'll go ahead and get Angus. And then I don't want one with low fertility, so maybe Simona over here. Let's see. How many boar do you like to have in a group? Up to 1 male, up to 29 females. Yeah, sounders makes sense. Very easy reproduction in captivity. Grade 3 boundary, 4 feet or taller. I believe the wood is grade 3. Yeah, it is. All right. And it's definitely 4 feet or taller right now. So let's get some boars in here. Do the deer currently have enough shelter? Yeah, they do. All right. Barely, though. So once the boars get in here, I'll probably have to add more shelter. I'll probably add like a little rock shelter over in the back corner here, or maybe over here. Finally. Mechanic research takes so long. It really is a bit of a pain. Oh my god. She's swimming. Whoa. I didn't know that they would swim. I just put water in there for aesthetics. Alright, let's get these pigs in here. Send to zoo. Okay. Might want to get another female because they like big groups, but I'm not sure. I don't have dominance issues. That is one thing that I try to avoid. You can't always avoid it, but and then we'll switch maybe this middle one to be about boars once they're here. Wild boar. Okay. Where are you, Angus? There you are. What do you need? You're injured. Okay. I keep buying injured animals. Bad luck. Okay. So great. They like the environment. Thank God. They would like a little more soil. I can do that. I think the deer would be okay with a little more soil. Right here. Add a little bit. Around the water, perhaps. One over here. Okay, that's right what they need. Okay, how about you? Are you still happy? They're still happy. Thank God. Okay. All right. I've lost my pig. Where are you? Oh, swimming. Oh, you have plenty of hard shelter. Okay, I don't need to add another one yet. That's nice. Okay. So the only thing these guys need is enrichment. I can probably have the vet stop researching swans for now. Actually, I'll finish out the swans and then I'll start researching our deer. But right now they should be not as dire for enrichment because they have enrichment species. So they're enriched by hanging out with the deer and vice versa. So I'm not too concerned about enrichment as it stands for now. Obviously they need it, but Release one of Abbey habitat species wild. Often place 2 different. Oh yeah, I need to get some exhibits in. Exhibit species. Maybe I'll have one like in this little area right here. Oh, underpriced ticket. God, I hate dealing with ticket prices because they just go back and forth with you so much. Okay, if I make prices... Oh, not that, not that. Like 7 and 6. Are you guys happy with that? Diseased animal. Ooh, Angus. Angus came to me in a bad state. He's already in the vet, isn't he? Okay, we're done with swans. So let's work on fallow deer. I'm not too worried about researching diseases yet. I will work on that. Angus is still in here, right? Okay, well, that's fine. He should be able to get treatment while in the vet. That's nice, because he won't be able to spread it to anyone. Good thing he was already quarantined when he had foot and mouth disease. Okay. Let's see if any of the enrichment we have unlocked can be used for these guys. Oh, the fruit spike tree can. I'll go ahead and add that in. Another disease down. Oh, Simona. Do you have the same thing? No, you have a different disease. And that looks like the only thing that I've unlocked that they will play with. What about you? Let's filter by habitat species. Nothing. Okay. Yeah. Good thing I chose them to research first. Okay, and now let's add some stuff for the swans. Now that they're fully researched. Okay. Forage pool could be fun to add. I'll add the water jet rock over here. Just for something fun. And can I fit a forage pool in? I like the forage pools, but I'm not sure I can fit one in anywhere really. You can have a light up ball, sure. Alright. Not gonna worry about the swans right now. They should be good for now. Now let's pick an exhibit. So in this game, there are habitat species, which are the big ones you build the whole habitat for. Overpriced now, okay. 5 and 5. How is that? And the exhibit species are in these little buildings. It's like where you have your bugs, your small reptiles, etc. You can also have walkthrough exhibits. I actually have not played with them that much. They have never really appealed to me all that much, crazily enough. So I think I'll have an exhibit in this weird corner. And have it maybe like this, perhaps. It's not the prettiest, but I can add in things to make it look a little better. Well, I don't know. That's gonna cause traffic issues. Pretty sure. Oh, Monica's about to mate. Good for her. Let's do it like this. That should be a little easier to manage traffic-wise. And then I'll have some sort of nice statue here, maybe. Is there a statue for fallow deer? No. Not that I've unlocked. If there is one. Okay. I'll add something in there later. Let's get an actual exhibit animal. Axolotls are fun. Boas are fun. Ooh, I want to go with a spider. I like spiders. Salmon pink tarantula or wandering spiders? Wandering spiders are... I do really like wandering spiders. Since when were you a thing? It's a noob crested newt? Oh. God, exhibit animals are so fun. Oh, I love these little freaks. Could get some bird eating tarantulas. That could be fun. Look at all these butterfly options. Red knee tarantulas. I feel like it's on brand to get a spider for my first exhibit animal. Like, I feel like I should just do that. But I think I'll go with the salmon pink tarantula. Or, nah. I'll go with the wandering spiders. They're fun. I will get a male and a female. Send them to zoo. They appear there automatically, unlike... Oh yeah, I gotta fix the work zones. I'll do that. Staff work zones. I'll go ahead and put it in the entrance work zone. Yeah. Cool. The keepers don't have to visit the exhibits quite as much as they do the habitats, so it shouldn't be too much of a problem this way. We'll see. Let's close some of these walls. So 3 and 4 closed. Alright, and I'll go ahead and add the 3D facade because I like them. Okay. Make sure the climate is correct. So they want to be up here in the hotter temperature. Is that good? Perfect. Okay, and their humidity is already perfect. Alright, so their layout will get better as I research them, but for now, those are our spiders. Hi! Ben, hello! Susu. Susu. Ugh. Okay, the fallow deer population is going to explode, and I have to keep an eye on that. Because I'm pretty sure I already have 2 pregnant females. How are my boars doing? They're not sick anymore. That's good. Something that has always bothered me about this game. Oh, I need to get another feeding trough just to make sure that if they're being fed different things. I'll get a smaller feeding trough for the feed. Yeah, over here for the boar. Okay, just in case. Yeah, okay. I really wish that, like, in Zuzukun you could get in and just clean it on your own. It bothers me. I'm like, let me do it. I'll do the dirty work. I should stream Zuzukun too at some point. I am kind of ridiculously good at that game. I can make 5-star zoos in very, very short periods of time. Okay. Let's add some plants in here so this is slightly less ugly. Let's see. Oh, I want grassland. I want it to be North America. There we go. Add some goldenrod in. And kind of fence it with the goldenrod. The difference between Planet Zoo and Zoo Tycoon in terms of like how you play them, Planet Zoo is a lot more in depth when it comes to decorating, and it's more in depth in general. I mean, like Planet Zoo is definitely like the spiritual successor to Zoo Tycoon, but Zoo Tycoon has a lot of like mechanics that are silly and really fun. Like Zoo Tycoon Extinct Animals has like you can go on fossil digs in your zoo. The biggest thing that Zoo Tycoon 2 has that this game does not is first person mode, where you can go in and do the job of your zookeepers. And that's the main thing I wish Planet Zoo had. It's not a super big deal, but it's just very convenient. But like you can't detail place rocks like this in Zoo Tycoon 2. Like that just does not exist in that game. It is very very simple in terms of decorating. It's simple in general, but there's some really fun stuff that you can do in it, like random ass things. It can be pretty fun. But if you are like a decorator, this game would be way more fun to you than Zoo Tycoon. Zoo Tycoon also I find is a little harder to manage guests in. Guests are really picky in Zoo Tycoon. Got some trash cans around. Like the biggest problem with guests in this game is trash. And being loud and bothering the animals. Which is what these do not disturb signs are for. Everyone just takes them and places them in the ground. So it still like works. But yeah, like litter. How about the house damage berries? I need another mechanic. Or I need to train my mechanic. I should go ahead and train everyone. And I should get another caretaker probably. And I should have a backup vendor for when these guys go on break. Ugh. It is sad that you can't why you can't go. I really like that feature of Zoo Tycoon. I mean, Zoo Tycoon is also just like really nostalgic to me. Ooh, let's see if she has leucistic offspring. I don't know why she's she's gonna have her offspring eventually. Right now she's just swimming though. Are you gonna have a waterproof? Zoo Tycoon, it's so nostalgic to me. It's a really fun game. I do appreciate the simplicity of it. Girl, get out of the water! You're worrying me. Your feet don't touch. You can also be a lot meaner to guests in Zoo Tycoon. Like Zoo Tycoon, you know, famous for putting guests in enclosures and making them run from dinosaurs and such. Let's see what I can get for them. Scarecrow feeder, huh? Interesting. Ooh, scent markers are always fun to have. And I'll have barrel feeder somewhere, maybe over here. It's not very visible by guests, but I'm okay with that. They're okay with their enrichment levels right now. Monica's about to mate. Didn't you? Alright, thought you were already pregnant. I guess it didn't work. Oh boy. I think all 3 of the female fallow deer are pregnant. It's your baby. Oh, so cute. Not leucistic, but that's fine. Girl, get out of the water. Girl, you're gonna drown. Okay, our first baby is it's going to blow up. It's gonna blow up in there. And these babies are gonna take forever to mature. So I'm just gonna have to keep an eye on that. Eventually, I'll definitely have to put some of them on birth control. I think it's so funny that you can put the animals on birth control. If you don't, like, they will go crazy. I'm torn about my little goldenrod garden here, but I guess it's fine. It's fine. I'm not gonna worry about it too much. I'm not gonna think about it too hard. Oh, let me fix this a little. Alright, now I probably should make another exhibit. I mean, yeah, habitat. Are you about to have offspring, Tabitha? Tabitha, are you pregnant? Okay, maybe she's not. Okay, Tabitha's not pregnant. But Monica is. Wherever she is. There you are, Monica. Okay. Not for a while for her offspring, so that's good. So at least they have a very long gestation period, so I won't be just exploding all the time. There's a lot of swans. I think the baby swan. No, did some baby swans mature? Were you born in this zoo, Mariel? No, I think I. Oh my god, I did not realize there were that many baby swans. Okay, that's a lot of baby swans. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 baby swans. Wow. How are you guys on space? Still okay, I guess. I mean, your hard shelter is not ideal, but... I don't want to go with that right now. There's so many babies! Oh my god! I wasn't paying attention! All these babies appeared. They're really cute. I really like the swan baby model. Their little wings. Their little useless wings. So cute. That's another thing. This game is very realistic. Took me a while to like get used to the style of this game because I really loved the stylistic animals in Zoo Tycoon. Like, you know, a lot lower poly. I don't know enough about anything to say whether they're not low poly, but you know, they're not this. So it took me a while to get used to like the animals looking like real animals. And it's just, but now that I am used to it, I really like the way the animals look. Should I hire another caretaker? I probably should. Just to be sure. And let's add you to the entrance to Swansford Zone. Okay. Where are we at? Concrete. Okay. I'm gonna keep researching this for now. Okay. I have so much area to fill in. I always am like, oh my god, it's getting so big, and then I zoom out. And I forget how big these maps are by default. It's a lot of area to fill with zoo. Alright, let's look for a new animal. Let's Let's make a new habitat. Maybe the wild dogs could be fun. I think I do want a carnivore habitat now. Carnivores are fun. Tabitha's stressed. Tabitha, what's wrong? Am I missing do not disturb signs? It's do not disturb the whole way down. But that doesn't mean this is why I'm looking for that one-way glass. I hope she will go hide. Guys, okay. Hate dealing with stress. The female deer are all getting very stressed. Okay, it looks like they moved themselves out of the stressful area. Hopefully we can manage that until I have one-way glass. Okay. New animal, right. So yeah, a carnivore sounds fun to add right now. I think it's about time. I can probably afford a carnivore. Not like one of the super special ones. Dingoes could be fun. Lynx can be fun. Right now, this whole area is actually very European, like up here, so I can kind of make this a Europe zone. That might be a good way to kind of start with a theming. Make this kind of Europe, so we can look for specifically European animals. So maybe lynx would be fun. Eurasian lynx could be a fun option. Badgers. And then maybe, ooh, the Highland cattle are so cute. Oh, I'm waiting on those guys though. Maned wolf. Lots of maned wolves. Wow. Armadillos are pretty hard to manage on account of. When were ocelots added? Palace cat. Wait. Oh, they're so cute. When I make an Asia area, I will do a palace cat. They're so cute. Let's do the lynx for now. Let's make a lynx habitat. I think that's a good idea. Okay, we have a male and a female. They're a little on the pricey side, but that's okay. Okay. Let's quickly go to their Zoopedia before I start building. Okay, Eurasian lynx. Alright, space-wise, for 2 adults and theoretically 1 juvenile, need a pretty big space, grade 3 climb-proof, over 10 feet. They are shy with humans. Solitary. Okay. And we've like nothing for them, but that makes sense because we've only put in herbivores so far. Okay. This will be a little bit more challenging of a species to manage, but it should be okay. I'm going to expand this staff path back here. I've got to think about how the staff will get to the exhibit before I even think about anything. Okay. So I have the staff come through the back behind this exhibit. And then I don't want it going up to that exhibit. I would like it to go like this. Or I want to make a bigger width. Can I align to a grid here? Let's use this as our grid. Okay. Okay. Let's start with this as our little walkway. Barrier. So I needed, wait, grade 4 climb proof or grade 3? Can't remember. Not climbable, climbable. I mean, brick might be the move. I know they look better, they look way better, but custom fences are always a pain to do. So I get really like, no, I don't want to do it. I care way more about the making things nice for the animals than I do about making things nice for the eye. Okay, let's see how big this exhibit is. Habitat gate. Are we good on size? Is it like... That's like barely. I want to make it a little bigger. Just because that's like just barely. Just expand it out. Like this. Okay. Now how big is it? Okay, that should be good for 2 lynxes. Now add in, I think I'm gonna go ahead and add in a second research room as well. So we can get research moving. We can always get rid of it later when we don't have as much research to do. Keeper hut. And a research center. Okay. Now we're gonna make a new... Oh. We're gonna make a new work zone. Gonna name it Lynx. Lynx. Oh. Rename, please, I'm begging you. Okay. Then up in the staff room. I think we're actually getting pretty close to the maximum amount of staff we can have in that room. So I need to be careful with that. And then... Bam. Okay. And you can go to entrance and swans. Hire a keeper for the lynxes. And add the keeper to the lynx work zone. Okay. Okay. That's good for now. Okay. Okay, and move our lynxes in. And where's our research? Okay. I have to wait for them to be in the zoo before we can research them. Let's wait for them. I probably should hire another mechanic, actually, while I'm at it. While I'm hiring. We're getting to the point where we have a lot of barriers that need taken care of. Okay. Okay, our lynxes are here. I'm gonna have Judy work on the lynxes. And now let's make this habitat nice for them. They're definitely gonna need a cooler. I'm very sure of that, so I'll have to keep that in mind. I do believe I have a stone structure I can just add in. Oh, not that. Not that. Let me go ahead and get there. Oh, you have so many biomes that you exist in. Okay, let's do terrain first. You do not want that much long grass, and you would like a lot of soil. Let's go ahead and start by replacing all the long grass with short. Perfect. Okay, and then we'll add in some heavy soil. I think I'm gonna add in some light in between. Maybe replace some grass here. Okay. And I think I'm gonna have the center area be snow when it's cold enough. Worth keeping in mind that this will immediately turn away from snow the second I press play. Like that. There's too much rock. Okay. Too much rock. Too much rock. Okay. Let's get the habitat items you need. Ooh, climbing. Forgot that you need climbing. Have to build a little climbing area for you. Let's have a water pipe. And here. I'll add some rocks to make that more natural. A cooler in the center. What is your ideal temperature range? Ideal temperature from -13 to 38 degrees Celsius. Okay. Actually, you can handle hot temperatures pretty well. I will keep it like around here. And put it more in the middle. Ideally, I don't want guests getting cold from it. So I'm gonna make it a little smaller. Okay. Pause. That's fine for now. Nature time. Pause. Only the best for Olga and Yuri. Fun that they have very Slavic names. My Slavic lynxes. The caribou moss is always an easy one to use for any sort of cool temperature habitat. I always like default to it. I have to remember these guys can climb, so I do not want trees on the edge because that will be an easy escape point for them. You want to have the trees a little more inside of everything. They want a lot of... Oh, ginkgo trees. I don't know. The pines are always nice to have. That one might be close to the edge. I might have to scoot that one. That moss floating? Yes, it is. I want some flowers in here for them. I just had a thought about the deer habitat, and it's that I did not put a water treatment plant near it. I have to keep that in mind. I have to go do that after I'm done here. Okay. Bunch of ballpoint sea holly. Leaf litter could be fun to add. But nah, I don't know. I already have a lot of caribou moths in here. I do not need more. The daisies might be fun to add. Siberian pea shrub. Not the pea shrub. I'm liking it so far. Okay, rocks now. I like the color of the tundra rocks. I need to have a... I think the stone shelter should work for them. The problem is I can't have it too close to the edge or they will just jump right out. think they can, yeah, they can definitely use that point to escape. I need to edit the barrier anyway. The barrier needs to be taller. Maybe like that? Is that tall enough? Ugh. Needs to be taller. As much as I would rather not do it. I need to make sure they can't jump out. Okay. Now I need to click on one of our links is, wherever the hell they are. There we are. Olga. Olga, let's make sure that you cannot escape. Oh. Okay, so the whole thing needs to be taller. Oop. That is the absolute opposite of what I need to do. How? How? I don't understand. I don't understand how they can get out from there. It doesn't make sense. Let's press play. I want to see if they can actually escape. Because no, right? Okay, why can they escape here? Rocks. Heard. Oops. Get the heat map off. It is not ready for you guys. Okay. Let's maybe I really would rather have one-way glass here, but you gotta do what you gotta do. Let's see. Let's add some education boards, naturally. One here is good. I'll add an education speaker as well. Is it hidden? Good. Oh, no, it is not hidden. There we are. Agent links. Your agent links. Facilities. What am I doing? Let's go steal the green box. Put one there, and I'll put one here. Trash cans. Probably just to have them. Definitely need to not disturb signs here. Did that one go through? Okay. Got that so far. So now the crowd should start to diverge a little bit this way. I'll probably have the two pathways meet up at some point. That way that people can sort of cut across to the other side. Maybe this is a good time to put down a souvenir shop. Yeah, I'll put a Looney Balloons here. I'll just use the default one. I'm lazy. I don't need it to be like crazy pretty. Okay, Looney Balloons. Okay. Add the Looney Balloons into the work zone. And I'm gonna change the work zone name now that it's not just the entrance anymore. I'm gonna change it just to Europe. Since we've kind of had we have a theme going on now. We'll add the Looney Balloons in to Europe. Wow! Okay. Let's make sure that everything is working with the Lynxes. Those tickets are underpriced again. Okay. Let's try 7 this time. See if guests are okay with that. Is this the lynx or the deer? Deer. Okay. Are they still underpriced? Okay, let's try $8. Shh. Oh, okay. Okay, shut up about it. Oh, let me make sure this one has... Oh, no power. Okay. Facilities. Power. Transformer. Can have... This will reach. I have one along here. And I don't have to hide it right this second. Work zone. Okay. And let's train up our staff, because things are getting harder for them. I'll even train my vendors, why not? Alright, everyone's gonna train up a bit. Got people coming to look at the lynxes. Good. Okay, we finally have something for them. No crime for 3 months. Yay! Lynx. There you are. Let's get you some enrichment now that we've unlocked some. Rubbing pad? Okay, let's do the natural looking one. Do it out in the open. I don't want to use one of the brachiation frames since those are more monkey. We've got a rubbing pad. I need food enrichment, but for right now, I don't think I have that as an option. That's okay. Maybe I'll add another. No. Yeah, I think this is good for now. Till we a little more. It is looking good. It's been like 2.5 hours and we've got a decent... We've got a zoo. It's a zoo. Oh, God. Emergency capture. Okay, where's the point? Where's the escape point? Okay, you are up in a tree, huh? Well, glad you're having fun. Get over here. Let me click on you. Okay. Here and here. It's definitely these rocks. Or maybe it's the tree. Yeah, it's the tree. I'll delete the tree. Did that fix it? Nope, it's the rocks. Okay. Let me delete that rock. Does that fix it? Not quite, but almost. Get rid of this rock as well. Alright, now we're cooking. Okay, I think there are no escape points anymore. Okay, now it's those rocks. Okay, crisis averted. As I was saying, we've got a little zoo going. We have 4 habitat species right now. 1 exhibit species. I really should work a little more on the exhibits. But the big money's in the habitats, and it's also more fun to make. Oh, look at the baby. Oh my god, says what do we have baby boars sucking around? Oh! Okay. Oh my god. Too cute. Stop it. Ugh. The little baby pig. Do we have any baby deer I can look at? Yes, we do. We have many. Oh, little baby deer. I don't know if any of my offspring have matured yet. If they did, it would be a swan. How's it going? Oh, she's bonded to one of her babies. Okay. Well, I guess this baby gets to stay. Oh, they have not played with that toy at all. So many baby swans. Now I need to birth control the swans. Well. Things are running pretty smoothly. I'm not having any major issues. I mean, now that the lynxes can't escape. Let's see, do we have any food enrichment for the lynxes yet? Yes, we do. Frozen blood pumpkin. Frozen blood pumpkin for the lynxes. Okay. And we should be done now researching the deer. Oh no, we still have 1 more in the deer. Okay. I might end it here now that we've got a pretty solid base. I'm pretty delighted with what I've accomplished in 2.5 hours. Yeah, I think I will end it here. Let me go ahead and switch over. Ah, okay. It was a lot of fun. Thank you guys for watching, for hanging out with me. I will hopefully stream. I want to stream more this week, so hopefully I'll play either more Umumusme or more Zoo. I probably will want to play Uma when Kita-san Black comes out. I have a couple of polls saved on my PC account to use for Umumusme, so thank you all for watching. I'm going to see if my end screen will come up. Hello? Okay. Alright, thank you all for watching. Bye 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 bye.